Hello and welcome, Snake here. Thanks to Tier Maker, I'm able to make another tier list, and today's it's gonna be a Lizardmen. I'm gonna leave a link down to Tier Maker so you can make your own tier list if you want. It's very nice too. So, Lizardmen. Lizardmen are outdated race in few cases because the technology tree is ancient by now, the standards. And recruiting units, some of units require 2 buildings in order to be able to recruit certain units, which is also very outdated. So, I'm going to evaluate these units by my standards. They might be different than yours, you need to keep that in mind. I'm a disabled, I play different, and I see things on my own. So, if you don't agree with me, it's completely fine. No one will come for you. You can do it. It's okay. So, let's go. Okay, so starting off, I'm using Mazdamundi start of a campaign with a settlement to see what units are on what position. Because lately I've been playing Nakai, so my judgment on where is what is kind of messed up, because Nakai plays with different rules, which makes Nakai one of the best campaigns of Lizardmen at the moment, because you don't feel that outdated system that is implemented into regular Lizardmen with settlements. But it's time to go, so Skink cohort. Skinks with swords. Never recruit them. Never. Because they don't have any kind of killing potential. So I just don't see any value. They're super cheap. So if you're looking for super emergency crap that will kill absolutely nothing, yeah, that's your thing. But highly recommend not. Next up are the red-crested skinks, which is armor piercing on tier 1 availability. It could be better, but I never recruit them either. I mean, when you can recruit them, there is not much armor piercing needed, so they're not on the right moment. Plus 120 entities, so they have 8,000 life. It's not. Plus that their stats are, they're not gonna kill much. Their stats are a little bit better than Skink cohort. A little bit better. They will do way better in Tehannowin campaign, because Tehannowin pyramid buffs it way better. Camelon stalkers are superior when you compare that. Also, their stats are not amazing. However, their stats, like the melee defense, is superior compared to any other. Like, these guys can take beating, but they also have explosive ammo that does fairly enough damage with splash. So it does way better than 2 down below together. Plus they can stalk, they have physical resistance, they have missile resistance. They're way better. Oh, they also have dodge. They can dodge stuff. Not sure how the dodge is actually counting here. Its luck is known when to run out quickly when facing magical weapons. That's the description of a dodge. Okay, so it's weird description, but they do way better compared to other skinks. These two have no chance with stalkers. Plus this dodge, I mean the stalk is super important, because you can do, surprise attack, kill something, and go back into shadow. Like you play Oxyodal campaign, you can do it with Camelons all the time. That's pretty much the mechanic you use in Oxyotl, and I've been playing, having fun for a long time, but at some point I realized, Jesus, I do the same over and over. Yeah, I need to take a break. Never came back to Oxyotl, despite having blast with this campaign. Okay, next up are the Saurus warriors and Saurus with shields, and these two are good. They're just good. 100 units, 10,000 life, very good stats. First units from underground spawning pools, so the building where you can get Saurus Scar Veteran. Let me show you. Yeah, so they're here. And they're just good. Saurus spears with shields and Saurus warriors with spears are very good. These units can carry you till the end of a game. If you go for Lizard, the Gorok or Crocigor, you can put them in, and this army will be forever. This army will carry you till the end. Pretty much in Warhammer 3, anything you can use till the end of a game, but them being in those specific, even regular Saurus lords buffs somewhat these guys, so it's just okay. However, I don't think they have that much, but they reduce the upkeep of Saurus units, plus the technology. They have +6 melee and attack. Yeah, it's enough. These units have enough of their own stats, so you can just go and fight it. Of course, it's nice to have something else outside of just infantry, but if you parry that with Saurus Lord, it's absolutely fine to carry on and kill some stuff. So definitely dominate a campaign. They're really tough to kill. Tougher than normal infantry. And it's technically tier 3. So it's a tier 3. It's like great swords from Empire level of infantry. And I definitely like them more than great swords. That's for sure. Next up are the Temple Guard. And the Temple Guard should be on the very good side. But they're on tier 4. Availability is harder to get. So often I could recruit them, but I'm far away, so I need to recruit them globally. And it's a lot of inconvenience. Plus, they're not as good as you think. They're the mix of warriors and spears, so they're somewhere in the middle ground. But the middle ground is not always the best. They're good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're wrong, they're bad or something. No, they're good. Crocigors are very good. Crocigors absolutely are very good. You need to remember 2 things. Definitely give them to Crocigor Lord, Nakai or standard, just generic Lord, because they buff Crocigors. And don't fight in blob. They rather fight in line than in blobs. And if you can have Skink Chief or the Skink Priest, they will have 10%. They will have 10% base weapon and armor piercing weapon because they have buff from Skinks. Skinks were commanding Crocigors in lore, so they're listening Skinks. The problem with Sacred Crocigors, however, is their availability. So in Nakai campaign, they're here, because Nakai can normally recruit them. I think Crocigors regular are tied to building, the main building, and the sacred are to the spawning pool. But in any other campaign, they're going way better, way down. I would say even to crap place. And it's because their availability require second building. And I don't know how to evaluate that. If I value unit itself, it's very good. But if I have to value recruiting, let's put it here, could be better. Because second building is absolutely terrible. Second building is terrible. I cannot accept that. I cannot. It's too much. It's annoying as hell. Okay. Time for some range units. And range units are only 3, so it's gonna be fast. Cohort is... Wait, what's the proper name? Skink cohort javelins. They're superior compared to their, counterpart of swords, because they have the range attack. Their stats are almost the same. They're more expensive, but the javelin attack makes difference. It's only 3 shots, so it's not a lot. Nevertheless, makes huge difference. And it can shoot down something from far. It can shoot flying entity. It does matter insanely. This unit is still bad, but the opportunities you have to use it are way better. Plus, later on, you can still recruit them, even if you need meat shield. But the meat shield that can shoot will do way better than just meat shield on the ground. I cannot say the same thing about Skink skirmishers, and I don't like them. I feel like they're hitting, and it does nothing. It's 120 entities, but they're just... It takes too long to do any damage. And I would say Camelon Skinks are the same, but they're better. If you play Oxyotl, of course, they're very good. But outside of Oxyotl, they're just okay. They do way better. Of course, in Oxyotl option, they have snipe. So with snipe, they're really serious business. But even without snipe, they can shoot from a stalk. No, without snipe, they're breaking stalk. But they can still do quite a lot compared to skirmishers, and technically they have the same speed. They said that's the same power of running out. Any other stats, Camelon's Skinks beat the hell out of it, so it's vastly superior. And now Cavalry. Oh god. You need to see it. In Cavalry, in Lizardmen, is tied to one building on tier 3. All of them are in the same building. So it's so weirdly done. Like, why do you need to, split them? Oh, there is difference with it. But I think all of them suck. Seriously, Lizardmen Cavalry is so weird. It's so out of touch, because rarely you have opportunity to use them. When you play with Lizardmen, you often fight in the bushes, and they don't have any walking through forest, nothing. So let's see. Cold ones, Spear Raiders, and Horned ones. Horned ones are crap, because they require second building exactly as Crocigors. I would say all of them belong to the same category, like the Horned ones, Cold ones, a Cold one with spears. They all belong here. There is no field to use them. They're slow. It's supposed to be heavy cav. They're 66 speed. Horned ones are faster, but horned ones, in order to recruit, you need a second building. It's just insane. So you won't be able to recruit it unless you sacrifice precious spot in the settlement to get these guys, which I highly advise. I highly not recommend, because Lizardmen having tough life in economy, you need to put a lot of effort in order to have enough money for all stuff you want. So building that gives you recruit rank and recruit capacity is just not that good. And it's a shame, because sometimes I would like to use Cavalry, but they have everything. This Cavalry is bad in everything, literally. Charge bonus 32 for, well, horn ones 43. So charge bonus, terrible. Okay, weapon strength 50, 50, 60. But the melee stats, 26 melee attack, 28 melee defense. So they are not gonna do good anything. They won't hit you hard with the charge, because charge bonus is low. They won't fight a lot good in prolonged combat, because they cannot dish a lot of damage. Despite having weapon strength quite good enough, they won't do it. Cold One Spear Raiders have plus 15. Wait, it's a 15 or 12? They have plus 14 versus large, so they could technically do a little bit better versus large, but nah. Okay, and this one apparently, like the Ripperdactyls count as cavalry as well. It's a flying cavalry. So these guys are tier 4, unless you play tic-tac-toe, they're tier 3. And they're okay. I've seen them shredding big stuff in the air. Oh, they're so good versus thunder barges. Oh my god, they're so good versus thunder barges. Despite not having anti-infantry, anti-large, if they had anti-large, the thunder barges would fall even better. But they do have anti-infantry. But when you deep dive in the infantry, they get shred. They have very good melee attack, weapon strength is really powerful, very good stats, armor piercing is insane. They're very strong, but you need to use them wise. It's 10 entities. So they can perform nicely. You do need to watch out. But because low availability and them being really squishy, I would say they're okay. Now we can go with the Flying Missile Cavalry, and these are Pterodon Raiders. And Pterodon Raiders could be better. I don't know why, but Pterodon Raiders are just... they're supposed to do a lot of damage. But when you compare that to Fire Elite Bolas are fucking good. If you use them on Tic-Tac-Toe army, they can carry you till the end. This can be your army. But their weakness is fighting in the air. So when they fight something that is on the ground, the explosive from Fire Leech Bolas is super powerful. Especially that Tic-Tac-Toe campaign and everything. They have they base have ammunition 24. In Tic-Tac-Toe they have 44 ammunition. So it's great. It requires a lot micro if you want to have good results. But it does so much damage. It's quite insane. And the last from flying is of course Coatl. And Coatl belongs to amazing. If you play Tic-Tac-Toe, it's beyond amazing. It's just your doom stack. And you can have it for free. It's a very pricey unit, but Tic-Tac-Toe drops it to almost zero. If you don't have many armies, Quado cost almost, pretty much nothing. This army can be almost free. Nevertheless, even if it's not free, it's absolutely worth every penny. In Warhammer 2, there was a bug when you attack something on the walls. They were dying on the walls because there was too many of them, and they were dying on the walls. I didn't get it at that time, but now I know. So not too many on the walls if you fight in a settlement, but outside of that, they put unit in the stock below them. So everything around them is around them on the ground is stalking. So it's really nice. It can hide stuff. They have lesser chain lightning, and they have Uranian Thunderbolt. So this is a very, very good unit, and if you have like 16 of them, this is insane. Okay. So we have the flyers out. Let's go for the beasts. And the beasts are... Jesus. The first one are the cold... What's the name? They're the cold-blooded... Hold on. Okay, I have it. I was confused because I couldn't find them in the settlements. Because they're normally, I think they belong to summons. They are feral cold ones, and they're horrendous. When you summon them, they cannot kill even archers when you put them on top of it. I don't see them in the settlement, so I assume they're only through the summons, because I don't remember having option to recruit them somehow. And maybe they have option to blessed ones. Yeah, I don't see them anywhere, so I assume they're tied to only summons. So terrible, but it's just to occupy time and keep busy archers to pin them down, stuff like this. Feral Bastiladon. I like Feral Bastiladon, but I hate one thing about it, and it's of course Rampage. I hate Rampage so much. I hate losing control of a unit. It is absolutely, such a bummer when you out of nowhere you just lose your unit because it starts charging in instead of running back. And I tend to use my guys to waste some ammo, so Rampage is absolutely no to me. However, Bastiladon with Ark of Sotek is a different story. It's okay. It's okay. It has the ability with the Ark of Sotek that does the snakes around Vortex, and you can do it over and over. It's not one use, so you can do it multiple times, making it quite valuable if you use it correctly. It also shoots. It has the skinks on top of on top of his back. There's 70 ammo. It's not very powerful. Him not being the greatest in fighting and everything, yet it's okay. It's not bad. It can do a lot. Bastiladon with solar engine, and this might be controversial, but I think it's a very good unit. I've been making armies with these guys because the solar engine is very powerful. It's like the cannons. It's the cannon on a back. Strapped to their backs, cannons. And there's a lot of, potential here. They have magical shots that blinds enemies, so the blinded enemies have stats reduced, which makes it even better. Weapon strength is powerful, but the stats are the same as the Ark of Sotek. Nonetheless, I feel it's really good because the cannons can do a lot. It's not like insane Doomstack, but it's very good one-on-one army that can blow up everything. And of course, there will be some units coming into melee. But if you put them in line and like if they attack right flank, you can shoot from the left flank and shoot into them, making them blind, making the bastiladons in melee shred the fuck out of everything. So definitely good. There is one bastiladon with Rev Crystal that can heal you. I think that was a 9-time heal, and it's okay. It's a very nice unit that can heal. The heal is quite useful. It's 7. I thought it's 9. Okay. But yeah, it's 7-0. It's like half percent, right? Yeah, 0.5% of life. So it does heal quite a lot for 20 seconds. Cooldown 60 seconds. Range 100 meter. There is, I think, one starts with him. It's very usable. Stegadon, Feral, again. I like it. I like Stegadons. They're very good, but the Feral part is horrendous. Because you lose control of your unit, and it's a unit that doesn't belong to the most resilient ones. So it's definitely stronger than Bastiladon. It costs more, so it should be. But when it goes feral, it's terrible. Okay, and then Stegadon is of course absolutely amazing. You can make a Doom stack. It's very efficient, very powerful. And if you have specific ancillaries that reduce the upkeep, you pick up right talents, you have like 50% less cost of an army at least. They are also like a cannons strapped to their back. Very powerful missile, very good anti-large missile, I want to admit that. Because this is also important. Plus 50 to anti-large, so they can kill big stuff. Very powerful, very super fast. There are also anti-infantry in melee combat, but their stats for a large target is somewhat weird. Next are the Ancient Stegadon Engine of the Gods. And Ancient Stegadon Engine of the Gods, I don't know, I like the Engine of the God. It looks impressive, okay? It also provides the aura. So sometimes when I build up a Stegadon army, I put 1 or 2 around them. So they provide the aura. They have the... I use the burning alignment spell. I use it. Plus they provide... So they're a complementary unit for like Stegadon Doomstack. But you can also use Hero on Engine of the Gods. So all this is pretty much out of the window, as far as I remember. And when it comes to Ancient Stegadon, it could be better. It's such a disappointment compared to everything, because it does have nice, powerful, like, missile. But it's 8 shots per volley, so you have little skinks. And there is only 10 ammo. So this is like such a disappointment. I don't know, what should I do with it? Like, send it to melee, try to shoot it, kite it around? No, it's just not doing it as supposed to. And I hate it, because it's supposed to be one of the best Stegadons, right? They should be great at it, but they're not. Oh, now... Feral Carnosaur. I really don't know how to value you, because... you're really good, but you really suck. So I'm gonna put you at okay. Very good versus single entities. because it's a bonus versus Lord, very high weapon strength. Speed 75, but the rampage. And it always trigger in a literally the worst moment. So I can feel the frustration every time he goes rampage from multiple people. So it should be higher, but it cannot due to the rampage. Rampage is such a disgrace, and I really hope it never happen again. And the Razor hunting pack is something that's supposed to be very good, but it's not. Cause I don't know, it feels like the shots per volley power is shots per volley 3. So in order to have the right damage, you need to have all 3 shots aim. It's just inconvenient. However, I value very much Salamander hunting pack, because they have very nice missile arc when they don't go sometimes in a straight line like guns. They can use them like an arrows, so above the wall. They can shoot above the wall and do decent damage, plus it's explosive. So Salamanders are definitely way better. They're very squishy, so you do need to protect them. But they have 18 ammo, and they will do a lot with it if you use it right. I like to play with them. I tend to have when I have army with Saurus, I tend to put like some Salamanders as a backup to shoot up units that are coming. And it works together. They work together very nice. Sometimes Engine of the Gods between the Saurus also works very well, because the damage resistance +5 is very, very nice. That's why this unit is complementary for all other armies. Well, this is not. When it comes to Ancient Salamander, it's supposed to be great, but it's not. It's just one unit. It has 6,000 life, so it's really low life, low stats. 25 shots compared to 18. The price is what makes it quite good, because Salamander is a little bit more costly compared to Salamander hunting pack. The Ancient Salamander is 1, and the missile is, of course, one big anti-large. So this is not, don't get me wrong, it's a good unit. All those OK are good units. In order to be great, I need something extra. Like these guys are very efficient, cost efficient, ammo efficient. Power is good. It's right balance of power and cost. Plus they're easier to recruit, while Salamander takes time. But I like to recruit it from time to time. And I would say the same thing is with Feral Troglodon. However, with Feral Troglodon, what's the problem here? Rampage. And Feral Troglodon is it's the mount for oracles. So the one that spits and it does some kind of minor explosion that does damage. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna put him could be better, because he's okay despite Rampage. He has Feral Troglodon has really good stats. Jesus, bonus versus Lord, the missile is 150. Holy shit. So on paper it looks very powerful. If not Rampage, it would be absolutely here for sure. And now to the biggest units, and both require, they have caps, and Red Saurian are the reason why Thunder Barge should be restricted as well in Dwarf's campaign. Thunder Barges should be limited to buildings like Dread Saurians are. I don't get it. Why Thunder Barges are not, limited. I really don't get it. Why they didn't put a cap on Thunder Barges in the settlements as they did for Lizardmen. This is baffling, really. It should be like that. Thunder Barges should be exactly the same as Lizardmen had. Okay, but where should we put it? Like, Feral is absolutely here, because it's Rampage. And Dread Saurian is also here. I wish to use them more. They are overpaid, massive units that in campaign they're not doing that much. In auto results they get wrecked often. They take too much damage in auto result. In manual battle you need to constantly pay attention. You never pick up Feral Dread Saurian. Okay, we can be fair and put it this way. Because Dread Saurian is better due to Rampage. But it's such a wasted potential. I love them, don't get me wrong, I love them. But recruiting takes forever, and the limited capacity is such a problem. I want them to be better, but I don't think we will have it, so it is what it is, right? They don't have anything special about them, except the life. I like them, and I will definitely play them from time to time, but that's my list, and I'm happy to know where would you put some units I put it, where you disagree, what things are misplaced. I'm really interested, so please tell me in the comments what do you think. Of course, remember, I put them here, Sacred Crocigors, because the availability, they should be here. But the availability due to the second building makes them just unrecruitable, for me at least, because it's a waste of time and waste of slot in settlement. And that's it from me today. If you lasted that long, please consider subscribing. Tell me what I misplaced. What would you put somewhere else? Because I'm always interested on different point of view. Remember, it's on my playstyle. I play different a little bit to do my limitations, so I might see things different. And if you like it, please also leave a like. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and till the next time, take care and bye bye.